Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Travel Coach Network podcast. It is I, Sahar Rose DeVore, the founder of the Travel Coach Network and the creator and instructor of the Travel Coach Certification Program. Today's episode is I'm going to be talking about how to tap into your story as a traveler and how that can impact your travel coaching business and why it's really important. So, first, we love as travelers to be sharing our stories. We love sharing our travel journeys. We like to talk about how travel has benefited us. We like to empower people when it comes to traveling. We share it on social media, on Facebook, Instagram posts, on TikTok. But when it comes to business, business is strategic, and you have to identify how can I use this story and what aspects of my story can I help build my business, meaning how can I resonate with and attract my ideal clients versus chasing my clients? And how can I build an audience and a warm audience that is ultimately going to want to work with me or buy from me or whatever my offer is? So, going from just sharing your story, doing posts on social media, tracking your adventures, remember that no one really cares. And I know that sounds a bit harsh, but no one really cares in terms of where you go and what you're doing. What they want to know is how can you help me or how can I get something out of this? That's why we tap into social media in the first place. We scroll on TikTok for entertainment. We want to feel something different. We want to laugh. We want to learn. When we're scrolling on Instagram, and if someone likes a post that you have or whatever it might be, it's not for the benefit of here, I'm giving you a like just to help you get likes. It's because it made me feel something. So it's the same thing in business. How can your story make your ideal clients feel something? And that's a brand story. That's strategic in business. You have to have a brand story. Every type of business has a brand story. And this is something I teach in the Travel Coach Certification Program. So when it comes to a brand story, what's the difference between your brand story and just you sharing on social media and saying, yeah, I started traveling when I was, right out of college and I've been to 20 different countries and I work while I travel and now I want to help other people travel. That's not a brand story because it has no impact on people. It means nothing. You told me nothing of importance in there. I didn't resonate with anything in there. So your story is going to be starting point of before you even started traveling, what were your pain points? How were you feeling? Why did you start traveling? Why did you turn to travel versus anything else? What was it about travel that was so appealing to you? Did you sell your house and your belongings and you started traveling? Did you quit your corporate job and you turned to travel? Did you ask your boss if you can start working remotely and you started traveling? Did you go through a divorce and you realize that I'm going to go traveling somewhere? What is it about travel that caused you to turn to it? You have to tune into these emotional aspects about travel in your business because that's going to help you identify who you can serve and what your business is all about. How do you help people? Who is it that you help? What transformation do you want to help people gain? Because again, people don't buy trips. People don't buy a travel experience. What they're buying is they want to feel something different. People want to have a change in their life. That's why we go on a trip. So lying on a beach isn't, people don't go on a trip just to lie on a beach and relax. What is it that's so appealing about lying on a beach? It's because they want to feel refreshed. They want to feel rejuvenated. They want to come back mentally clear. They want to be re-inspired in their workplace. They want to forget about their stresses for the week that they're there. You want to build memories with their children. So underlying reasons why people travel, every single trip people have an underlying reason, no matter how big or small it is. So going to your brand story is what caused you to go on the trip in the first place? What did travel mean to you, even if you didn't know it yet? And then when you started traveling, what were you learning? What were you experiencing? Why was it travel that when we say we got bit by the travel bug, what does that mean for you? How is it impacting you? How is it benefiting you in your life? Did you meet certain people, hear certain things, learn something in particular? Did you learn about yourself? Did you get clarity for your life path? Did you get inspiration for something? Did you build a certain type of relationship? Did it build the bond between you and your partner or friend? What is it that made you now want to get into the travel industry and start helping others? Because just because we go on a trip does not mean that we're turning into travel professionals. So what caused you to now want to inspire, empower others to travel as well? So what was your transformation, your impact, your journey? Those are key elements to identify in your business. They're part of the foundation that you're setting for your ideal business to reach your ideal clients. And the reason I say ideal clients is because these parts of your brand story should align with and speak to and attract your ideal clients. What I mean by that is when someone hears your story, reads your story, whatever it is that you share it, how is it making them feel? Can they see themselves in your journey? Do they see themselves in your pain points? Do they share your pain points? Because they should, of some sort. Do they crave the transformation or the lifestyle or the clarity that you obtained during your trip? Because they should. And if they're not, one, they're not your ideal client, or two, you are not articulating this well enough to speak and relate to them directly. So your brand story is essential and is an essential piece of your business that is going to enable you to do that, to connect and resonate and draw in your ideal clients. When we think about any business or brand out there that we buy from, we talk about a story we heard of someone that we see on TikTok or on the news, and we share about it to someone else, or an article that we read and we share about it to someone else. Ask yourself, why do I have loyalty for a certain brand? Why do I go to certain stores? Why do I buy from certain brands? What was it about that person's story that inspired me to tell my friend about it or my partner about it? Because what they shared or what they represent is part of their brand story. They shared their brand story with you because it resonated with you. It touched you in some way. So you have to identify, what is it about my story, what about my brand story will my ideal clients resonate with? And when you go through your brand story, if at any aspect you read it and your ideal clients do not resonate with it, then get rid of it. Because what I see in brand stories a lot is that there's a lot of fluff. There's a lot of like, well, in 2002, I traveled to Italy, and then 2004, I traveled to Spain. No, that is not your brand story. No one cares about your timeline in your life or your trip. Get to the emotional, raw, deeper aspect of your journey so you can help identify who you want to reach and have an effective way to reach them. So this is something that you need to work on in your travel coaching business. If you want to learn more about if you want more resources or more information about travel coaching and how to get started in your business or how to grow your travel coaching business and brand, be sure to follow us on Instagram at the Travel Coach Network. Visit us at thetravelcoachnetwork.com. There's a great free resource section in there. We look forward to having you in our TCN Global community on Facebook as well. You can find the link for that and the free beginner's guide to travel coaching, which is a really great workbook to help you get through these questions. You find those in the link in our bio. And if you know anyone who might be interested in travel coaching, please be sure to send them our way to our podcast. We truly appreciate it. And until next time, my fellow wanderers, bye for now.